You said yes, again. You don't even know why. Someone asked. Your mouth opened, and the word came out before you even had a chance to think. And now you're lying here, exhausted, a little resentful, and somehow still afraid that one day saying no will cost you everything. If that's you, this session was made for you. In the next 10 minutes, something is going to shift. Not because you'll force yourself to change, but because your nervous system was going to remember something it forgot a long time ago, that your needs matter too. So find a comfortable position now. Let your body be fully supported by the bed, by the floor, by whatever is beneath you. And when you're ready, let your eyes find a soft point to rest on. It doesn't matter where, just a point. Soft, still, good. Now, as you keep your gaze there, begin to notice your eyelids. And as you notice them, you might find they already want to feel a little heavy. That's fine. Let them. You don't have to do anything with that feeling. Just notice it and allow it. Take one slow breath in through your nose. Hold gently and let it go. With every breath out, your eyelids grow heavier. Not forced, not rushed, just naturally softening. And when those eyelids feel so heavy, they simply want to close. Let them close. Let them close. All the way, that's it. With your eyes closed now, let your jaw loosen. Not dramatically, just enough to create a tiny space between your teeth. Yes, like that. Notice the weight of your shoulders. And as you exhale again, let them drop. Just a little. There's nothing to carry right now. Nothing to hold up. You're safe. You are completely safe. This is your time. No one needs anything from you right now. No one is waiting. No one is watching. There's nothing to fix. Nothing to manage. Nothing to perform for the next 10 minutes. You have permission to exist just for yourself. And as that lands somewhere inside you, let your body breathe it in. Now, I want to speak to a part of you that has been working very hard. Not your mind, not your thoughts, but the part of you that learned very early that love had conditions, that belonging required something from you, that to be safe, you had to be agreeable, that to be loved, you had to be useful. And so you learned. You learned to read the room before you even walked into it. You learned to sense what someone needed before they asked. Well, you learned to shrink yourself just enough to make space for everyone else. And for a while, it worked. It kept you safe. It kept you close to the people you needed. And that part of you was so wise, so resourceful, so devoted. Take a breath now. And as you exhale, let yourself feel, just for a moment, a kind of gratitude for that part, for everything she carried, for everything she learned to do, just to survive. Because she did survive. And she brought you all the way here, but here, in this quiet, something deeper knows that the danger is long gone, that you no longer need a yes to be loved, that you no longer need to disappear, to belong. Let that settle. Just let it settle wherever it wants to land in your body. Now, let your breath slow even further. With each exhale, imagine you are releasing something old, not dramatically, not all at once, just the way a tree releases a leaf in autumn, quietly, without grief, trusting that what falls away was always meant to fall. And as you drop deeper now, I want to offer something to every generation that came before you, to every mother who said yes when she meant no, to every grandmother who swallowed her voice to keep the peace, to every woman in your line who learned that her needs were too much. We say now, together, from this quiet place inside you, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, for every moment we forgot all that we were allowed to take up space. Please forgive us. Please forgive us for passing this on without knowing we were passing it on. Thank you. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for loving as fiercely as you did. Even when you were running on empty, I love you. I love you. And I am choosing now to do something different. Let that move through you. Like a wave. Slow. Warm. Reaching all the way back and all the way forward. You're not just healing yourself tonight. You are healing a pattern that was never yours to carry alone. And with that knowing, allow yourself to go even deeper now, twice as relaxed with the next breath out. That's it. Deeper, softer, safe. And now, from this deep and quiet place, I want you to imagine something. Imagine there is a version of you, a younger version, maybe 7 years old, maybe 9, maybe younger still. She is standing in a doorway, and someone she loves needs something from her. And she can feel it, that familiar pull, the tension in her chest that says, if I don't give this, something bad will happen. If I don't say yes, they won't love me anymore. If I take up too much space, I will be too much. Watch her for a moment. Just watch her with compassion, because she was doing the only thing she knew how to do. She was trying to stay safe in the only way available to her at that age, with what she knew, with what she had. And now, I want you to walk toward her, slowly, gently, the way you would approach any child who has been carrying something far too heavy for far too long. Crouch down so you are at her level. Look into her eyes and let her see that you are not here to take anything from her. You are here to give something back. Place your hand gently on her shoulder and tell her you don't have to earn it anymore. You never did. The love you were looking for was never something you had to perform for, was never something you had to sacrifice yourself to deserve. It was always already yours. Feel her receive that. Feel something in her soften. Maybe she exhales. Maybe her shoulders drop just a little. Maybe she looks at you like she has been waiting her whole life to hear exactly that. And now, you take whatever she has been holding, whatever invisible weight she has been carrying in her small hands. You take it from her gently, and you look at it and you say, I'm sorry you were given this so young. I'm sorry no one told you sooner that you were enough, exactly as you were. Please forgive me for taking so long to come back for you. Thank you for holding on. Thank you for not letting go of us, even when it hurt. I love you. I love you. And I've got you now. You can rest. Let her lean into you. Let her feel the safety of being truly held. Not because she performed, not because she agreed, Not because she made herself small enough to fit, but simply because she exists, because she is here, because she is yours. And as you hold her, feel something begin to loosen in your own chest, a knot that has been there so long you forgot it wasn't supposed to be there, beginning very slowly to release. Not all at once, just the first threads, like the very first light before sunrise. Quiet, almost imperceptible, and yet completely real. Breathe that in. Let it move through you. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to say no, not with cruelty, not with anger, but with the quiet, unshakable knowing of a woman who finally remembers that her yes only means something when she is also free to say no. And from this place, this deep, open, settled place, I want to speak directly to your subconscious mind, not to the part of you that plans and manages and holds everything together, but to the part that runs underneath all of that, the part that learned the rules before you were old enough to question them. And I want to offer it something new, not as a command, not as a demand, but as a gentle, inevitable truth. You are allowed to disappoint people. Let that land. You are allowed to disappoint people, not because you don't care, but because caring for others and abandoning yourself are not the same thing. They were never the same thing. Somewhere along the way, you learned that they were, that to be a good daughter, a good friend, a good partner, a good woman, you had to put yourself last, always last. And if you didn't, something would break, someone would leave, something would be lost. But here, in this quiet, like your nervous system is learning something different. That the relationships worth keeping are the ones that can hold your no. That the people who truly love you do not need you to disappear to feel comfortable. That your boundaries are not walls. They are the very thing that makes real intimacy possible. Because when you can say no, your yes finally means something. When you can say no, people know that when you show up, you actually want to be there. When you can say no, soon you stop performing love and start feeling it. Let that rewrite something deep inside you now. Feel it moving through the old pathways, the ones that used to light up with fear whenever you sensed someone's disappointment. Feel those pathways softening, not disappearing, just no longer in charge, and no longer the first response, because a new response is being installed right now, quietly, permanently, in the language your nervous system understands. Safety does not require your silence. Love does not require your sacrifice. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions. You are responsible for your own. And from that responsibility, from that grounded, rooted, unshakable center, you are now free to choose, to say yes when you mean yes, and no when you mean no, without the spiral, without the guilt that used to follow you for days, without the voice that said, "Who do you think you are?" Yeah, because you know now who you are. You are someone who was taught to be small and chose, anyway, to grow. You are someone who carried everyone else's comfort for years and is now, finally, setting it down. Not with anger, with grace, with a quiet dignity of a woman who has come home to herself. I'm sorry for every moment you were told your needs were too much. Please forgive every version of you that believed it. Well, thank you for surviving all of it and still being here. I love you exactly as you are, not as you perform, not as you produce, not as you please, as you are. Now let that settle into every cell, every breath, every exhale, releasing a little more of what was never yours to carry. And as you rest here, know that something has shifted tonight. Not everything at once, but something real, something that will still be there when you wake. A little more space inside your chest, a little more quiet where the fear used to live, a little more of you. Return to yourself. And now, very gently, I want to bring this to a close, not with urgency, not with any rush, but the way the night closes around you, slowly, softly, completely. You have done something tonight that took courage. You came here. You allowed yourself to be still. You allowed yourself to feel what has been waiting to be felt, and in doing so, you gave yourself something that no one else could give you. Permission. Permission to exist without performing. Permission to be loved without earning it. Permission to say no and still be entirely worthy. Carry that with you now, not as something you have to remember, but as something your body already knows, something installed, deeper than thought, deeper than habit, in the place where lasting change actually lives. From this night forward, when someone asks something of you and your chest tightens and that old familiar fear begins to rise, well, you will notice something different. A pause, a breath, a quiet voice buzz underneath the fear that says, I get to choose, not with guilt, not with apology, just I get to choose. And in that pause, in that breath, you will find that you already know the answer. You always did. You were just never given permission to trust it. You have that permission now. You gave it to yourself, and no one can take that back. So rest now. Let your body absorb everything that happened here tonight. Let your subconscious mind continue this work as you sleep. Let it reorganize, integrate, settle, the way soil settles after rain, quietly, deeply, preparing for something new to grow. To every part of you that is still afraid, I'm sorry, I see you. Please forgive yourself for the times you abandoned yourself just to keep the peace. Thank you for every moment you tried, even when you were exhausted. I love you. We all of you. The part that says yes too quickly. The part that lies awake replaying conversations. The part that is only just now learning that she was always enough. I love all of her, and she is learning to love herself. So sleep now, or simply rest. Let the night hold you the way you have held everyone else for so long, completely, without condition, without asking anything in return. You are safe. You are whole. You are already everything you were trying to become. Good night.